Okay. Yeah, walk in, huh? That walk right cheating on. Good morning, Taylor. Wait a minute, what was that name? Hey, heart attack. Sammy. In the sky. Good morning. Give me one more second, y'all. Hey, in the sky. Hey, so blessed. What's going on, y'all? Okay, y'all, here I go. Good morning. I gotta straighten this out. Hold on. I just want to say good morning in person real quick. Let me clean my specs. Yes, indeed. I'm laughing at that name, Heart Attack Candy or whatever that was. People be having some of the craziest names, but I love it. I love it. I love it. So as y'all know, I was out all day yesterday, most of the day. I got in last night, and the first thing I watched was my girl, Deanna. I was sitting to my ears, deceive me. Did the truck enterprise quit? What is really going on around here, y'all? What is really going on around here? So anyway, she made me mosey on over, not maybe, but I decided to go over and see what was going on myself. Turns out old Shawshank over there is very, very, very upset. Okay? Because everybody is quitting that show. What's going on with that show, y'all? Why is everybody quitting? Because before it even becomes a show. This is just crazy. The lady already quitting. She said that they can have that show. And Leo sitting over there running her mouth. And the truth don't want to be a part of that crackhead production. As Hutch don't want to be a part of that crackhead production. And the truth said, as Hutchison, aka what's the name? Edible at the what's the name? Tim, Juicy Booty, Juicy Booty. Nicole, everybody has quit. And I wouldn't believe this lady that's getting the show is quitting. Oh Lord, I done dropped my coffee, y'all. I mean, get this off for a second. I only spilled a little bit on my lap. I spilled just a little tiny bit on my lap, but at least it wasn't just a tiny bit of her. And so I had to go over there to the truth to see what's going on. Now, for her to be there quit the show, y'all, this is skit because she was over there saying Shawn is great. George Bloods, Bama Girl, the producers, tied all the people great. She had a good time. But then she came right back dragging ass Hutchinson. Y'all, what's wrong with these people? What is wrong with these people? Which I really don't care about that thing. And I heard that the NDA was poorly drawn together. I heard that the lady Ty husband gave her a budget to do this little cheap show. It is just not working. And then I rolled over to Billie Jean, and she gave a lot of juice about it last night. I didn't know the lady was in the girl group. Y'all, I was running up and down the street trying to get a little bit here and a little bit there for everybody so I can stay abreast of what was happening. Being said I was running the streets all day yesterday. And so as Hutchinson sitting over there, man, she said she's not going to email or text no messages to nobody behind the scenes, meaning Shawn. She was told that the truth is the heavy hitter over there and their mouthpiece. And she wanted to know, do the truth really represent Cubcheck? Or does she speak for you, meaning Shawn? She said, you better come claim your trash. Okay? She said she don't speak to the help. She says she's an OG out here and she deserves respect. Now, you got to give respect to get respect. So if the truck enterprise ain't giving you no respect over there, well, that's on you. So what your OG in these streets, nobody respect you and don't nobody even know you like that, first of all. Okay? She says she's not talking to no crackhead. She going straight to the person to talk, which is Shawn Bradley. She says she give him every opportunity to come over there and claim his people. She said if he is the heavy hitter, then his issue is with him. Because by her being a heavy hitter, is Shawn just sending her over there to do all this stuff and call her crackheads and talk about her behind the scenes? Because first of all, they really didn't want Shawn. They really didn't want Stinky Baby or S. Hutchinson to be in this so-called movie, allegedly, is what I heard. Okay? She said she tired of all the lies about her eating coochie. She said she don't eat no coochie. Okay? She said she's not the type of person that call the police. She said she don't call the police on nobody. But she will if she have to. Okay? She said she asking everybody to leave her alone. Okay? She's tired. She's tired of the show. She's getting triggered. Y'all, these people crazy. This is a good skit in itself. She said she never flagged nobody. However, she will flag somebody because see, she's sitting over there pissed off because Rick Reed got way more views on her stuff than she did. So she's sitting over there pissed off about that too. Okay, she's pissed off at the world. She said her stuff is for her membership only. She said now she don't watch Rick, but now she don't watch Rick, how she know that he was using her stuff. See, that's what they all say. They don't watch none of us over here, okay? She said she don't know him and she don't know this Christopher. Now, I'm assuming this Christopher is this white guy, okay? And because, well, it is the white guy, because she don't know him and she don't like white people. That's what she said. So evidently this Christopher guy is playing her stuff or watching her or commenting or whatever the case may be. She said she did nothing to Shawn. She said she was mad because she ran around. He was mad because she ran around naked. She said, well, I'm naked right now. Even right now as I'm speaking, this is what I do. I like to walk around naked. Well, if you like to walk around naked, do what you got to do. But I feel like she needs to stay at home and walk around naked. She's very upset. She said that she didn't know that this trash over there was dragging her behind her back. And she says she's not going to argue with the help. She wants Shawn to come put his dog in her place. Okay? She said, and she said something about, Wild Eye over there too. She said something about the Wild Eye lied, and he lied on Wild Eye. But she met, the trash, which is the truck enterprise, met old Wild Eye in person. But she started chit-chat it up with him too. Okay? Club chat people shouting out, truck enterprise, and she don't like that. She don't like that at all. So it sounds like to me, she's jealous of the truck enterprise. So I figure like another one bit the dust. Good morning. Oh, let me look at my gadget. Good morning, Tracy. So it's Bus Walkins here, y'all. This is Bus Walkins right here. Girl, they got some stuff going on. They got some stuff going on. As Hutch over there mad at the world. And it's funny to me, y'all. I'm getting my kicks out of it. I'm getting my total kicks out of it. Tracy, I know you probably was on through the night. I'm gonna have to catch you a little later. Cause y'all know y'all see that they do the old girl wrong. They come and jump on here at night when I'm not around. I'm around, but I be asleep. Yeah, let's get these likes up, y'all. I ain't gonna be here with y'all long. Let's get these likes up. So what is up? Is this really a skit? Is this really a show? How could you have a show and everybody quitting before it even gets shopped around? Everybody quitting. Or is this a skit? Is this what we're supposed to believe? Now, I gotta watch out a little longer to see if this is a skit. Because I just can't see everybody quitting the show that never even pull it together. And this person, Ty, I actually feel sorry for her. And what I mean by that is she didn't know she had a lot of nuts. If I was her, I wouldn't want to speak to Sean Brady no more in my life. Getting her hooked up with a bunch of nuts, a bunch of washed up, a bunch of has-beens to try to do a show. Did she know these people was over the hill and to them this was their last choice, their last thing, their last chance, like Nicole was crying when she got so-called chosen. She didn't know that all them people was not. Okay. Now, that's one thing we're going to be hitting on this show right now, what I just got to talk about right now. Then I want to ask y'all a very serious question, y'all. I want to ask y'all a question. Well, I feel, Trees, you got to come on here today and tell me some of that stuff you be doing at night, girl. I know you be tired, but you be doing the most through the night. I just wish y'all would just wait to best wake up in the morning and do it. Quick. Came to like the video. I'm working early today. Okay, thank you for stopping by, for playing in my face. Thank you. Y'all just be up doing the most. They've all been having some strange suspect behavior after the whole Florida gate. I think, yeah, you know what, Sammy? You're right, and it's been strange, more stranger than normal, than the most. Billie Jean, I was trying to catch some of your stuff last night too, because you spilling a lot of tea too. I didn't know that this person was in a girl group. If she was in the girl group in '92 or something like that, that was my partying days. I never heard of this girl group. They must have never made the choice, but then y'all was saying something. I think you said that there was on a choice. Something I never. It was a what was it? One of the group with a one hit wonder or whatever. I never heard anything like them people before. I never ever heard of them. Never heard of no, what was it, black group, black girls or whatever. Because I was trying to peek a little bit of what you were saying last night when I got home. I was trying to look at everybody. I never heard of none of those people. And if I'm not mistaken, I could have sworn somebody say that her husband gave her a budget of 60,000. And the first time they went there, the first people got $300. This time they didn't get an ounce dime, ounce water. And that's what Juicy quit. I'm hearing all kind of stories, y'all. That's just a hot mess over there with them people. And I know in the beginning they really wanted you over there because of your skills. But you said no, you don't want to be involved with that mess among a few others. So I did hear that. Good morning, Alfreda. Just and so we're gonna talk about that a little bit more. And then at the end, if anybody want to come on here and talk about the ongoing saga of the sweetie pies, I want to discuss that too. Let me see. What did she say? Yes, ma'am. You said her husband is also a producer. He gave her, but that's not a lot of money. How you gonna get $60,000 and get all those people that she was getting to put on a big production? If that's the case, that was really how somebody put it. Oh, cheapskate. What do you call it? A crackhead budget. And I don't know the lady, and I'm not dragging her, but how you gonna have a budget of $60,000 and think that it's gonna work? I just feel bad for her. I really, whoever this Taya, well, I feel bad because if she really thought the people that she had there was going to work, then I think she out to lunch just like they are, okay? In the mind, in the brain, okay? And I heard the NDA was poorly put together. And who is this husband? Because I can't see this husband even being a producer of Tony Braxton once upon a time either. Because if that's the case, why he couldn't make his wife make it? No, I don't know. It's something up with that. I'm gonna have to keep on. I'm gonna have to keep on watching that just a little bit more. But y'all know my serious question I'm gonna ask before I start dropping my thing to waste some people in it. Well, you're right about that too, Billie Jean. But what I'm saying is that's not a lot of money to the way they were running around talking like it's gonna be this big old grand thing going over here in the B section, this big old grand thing, a skit show, whatever reality show that they was putting together of the B sector. It was supposed to be so big and grand. That's what I mean by winning a lot of money. But it's a lot of money for them fools, you're right. Because you see how they was acting about the first ones that said they got $300. Oh, they was on here just bragging. We all was jealous. Oh my God, it was like eat your heart out. We got chose. I mean, they just did the absolute most. Oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. Had to take a swallow, y'all. But so let me get this out before I start dropping the leg. Now, allergies. Allergies trying to jip every morning. What would y'all do? And I think, how would y'all mothers And I'm going to reiterate it when more people come. How would y'all feel if your only child, your son that you love, killed your only grandson? Well, first let me let y'all hear this. Because Miss Robbie, she said, you know, people were trying to get her to get an interview, and she's not ready to get an interview right now. She said, thanks for the prayers. She has no statement at this time. She said, because she's weak. And pray for her and her son. Okay, Trissy. And pray for her and her son. Y'all, that's hard. That is extremely hard. Do a person just stop loving a child or what? That is so hard. You guys, I gotta get some opinion on that from some people. How would y'all feel? And I want y'all, because I want y'all to hear Jennifer Williams speaking out again too. Let me find her. That is something hard. But in the meantime, we can keep talking about this show too. And I'm not happy that this show flopped. Don't get me wrong. I want to see everybody make it. But it's just the way that they came on here. I'm talking about all of us is jealous and we don't want them to make it and doing the most. Just talking about us, just doing the most. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, let me see. Okay. Okay, what did I just do with that? Okay, I want y'all to hear Jennifer Williams. Okay. Okay, do I got the right one? Let me see. Let me turn this down too. I think I got the wrong, because she's on there doing the most again. Well, true, yeah, we believe you now. We believe you now, Jennifer. But come on now, we don't want to. You know, we don't have to go there with it all the time. We have to keep talking about it. But I can't find it, so while I'm talking to y'all, I'll find it. Okay. But anyway, y'all, what would y'all do? Isn't that hard? I do too. Hey, Flo, good morning. We talking about this flop show in the budget in this so-called girl group, and the truth enterprise quit. And the truth, y'all, is so pissed off at Deanna. Wow. So when I was catching up on stuff and I heard Deanna saying something about the truth, I wanted to go over there and see what is she saying. You know, because, you know, one thing leads to another. When, you know, when we on here and somebody spilling some tea, we tend to go look at some of that tea. So it took me from Deanna to the truth to Billie Jean and everybody was talking about it last night, you know. And I don't get it. I don't. Why is everybody quitting that show? What is really going on? What is really going on? You know what I'm saying, y'all? What is really going on? Okay, I think this is it. Ooh, this man got an ugly face, y'all. Okay, this it. This it right here. I want y'all to hear her because she's smiling like she's talking about it. I gotta get my thing on. Okay, 1 minute. Because I want to listen to the whole thing. I'm going to start at 116. And then we're going to discuss some stuff. Then we're going to really get into discussing. Is this what you're talking about? You know, let's check out Jennifer Williams. Another excellent. Okay, let me see, y'all. Don't mind my looks. I still got my gown and stuff on. Okay. Not that y'all can. Okay, let's see. That was on the OWN network. I think this the one where she talked about Tim. Let me see. Go on top, Jennifer. Don't nobody care about all that other stuff you talking about. I was just gonna say that. If Oprah couldn't discern it, y'all cannot get mad at me. Y'all can. Okay, so I met Tim. That's how doing the interview. And once again, saw none of this. Matter of fact, I watched this lady talking about it. So this lady gave a pretty good interview. And I'm gonna
honestly, I wasn't surprised because I knew that he was crazy as hell.
A lot of us want to get rid of
wait a minute.
what we call the deep fat. The biggest issue you could argue is
I think I was a little like, damn, your own family, you know. But when I went to go get that restraining order against him, the dude was crazy, and everybody was like, "Oh, she's being extra. She needs a storyline." Blah blah blah. Like that's not something that you want to actually have a storyline about. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I was just like, whatever. But I had seen and experienced his rage, his temper, which is one of the reasons why I left him. So when he was like stalking me and moved across the street from me, and I hadn't seen this man in months, I was petrified. You know, I was really scared. I knew like he was in possession of guns when he's a convicted felon. You're not even supposed to have that. So I was nervous, you know, and I knew how crazy he was. We had an incident at King Taco where he went absolutely apeshit crazy, flipped over tables because this guy was looking at me, and he sent me like all these articles from Google saying my body language, the way my legs was crossed, and I gave him like I was suggesting this guy. I don't know. It was like crazy shit, and I was like, oh no, this guy is nuts. Like literally, I had to call Mary. I was so scared. He was like, and it's your fault. You crossed your legs, and you were giving him signs, and you were looking at him. I was looking at the TV that was like in that direction. You know what I mean? But he literally flipped over the table. I mean, it was crazy. I was so embarrassed. So when the news came out, I mean, yeah, your own family, that's a little crazy, but I knew he wasn't all there. So I was like, well, here it is. I'm vindicated once again because everybody thought I was being extra, and everybody was like, oh, not Sweetie Pie. Oh, he's on the OWN network. That don't mean shit. I mean,
she's basically talking about how crazy Tim is. And I only was interested in that because she's starting to go around, you know, now and give her interviews. And no, we didn't believe her at the time. But do y'all think that it's proper for her to keep going around now and start to give interviews? And while the family hasn't spoken out yet, poor Miss Robbie, like she said, she's just too weak to speak out. People, the news people, everybody constantly trying to get Miss Robbie to speak out. And how would, if any mothers in here right now at this point, how would they, you know, take that if their only child did? And like even the restaurants, he got sued for not even paying the bills. The one at Mississippi closed down, Houston, just all the ones that he was trying to put up, he wasn't paying the bills. He got so far behind in paying the bills, and one of them he wouldn't pay the bills, so the plumbing wasn't right. And it's as if he was bankrupting his mother. And then the $1 million policy he had on her, but she's still asking for prayers for her and her son. I wouldn't know how to take that. I wouldn't begin to know how to take that, y'all. I know she still loves her son, but I don't understand how it's, girl, that's hard. That's hard. Do you just stop loving your child? Wow. And then somebody wrote, we all feel sorry for Miss Robbie and her family, especially little Timmy. The little boy biological dad is a monster. He will learn this one day, but for now, I hope his mom and stepdad and other family members are giving him attention and the love he needs. So we're going to have to discuss that. And one more thing, y'all, I don't know. So I'm going to start dropping my link and we can talk about anything that I was just talking about and then some. And then some. So I don't know. So that's just hard, y'all. So let me reiterate for y'all that just walked in. I was discussing that failed show about the Truth Enterprise over there. It's Blessed Walking Right Chin. This is Blessed Walking Right Chin. And she said she don't want to be a part of that show. That if Ty want her, she can hit her up for a one-man comedy show. So anyway, y'all, those are the discussions I wanted to talk about this morning. If anybody care to talk, but I want to hear some more about what went on in y'all lives last night too. I'm gonna have to just sleep all day and night, and then just try to be up tonight so I can catch everybody like the way I really want to catch them. Because other than that, I always gotta wait till the next day to get the news. There would like take a lot of that talking to God on my part. Good morning. Yes, it will. That's it. What I'm saying, y'all. That is definitely what I'm saying. How can somebody tell me how do we take that? Now, I'm gonna get ready to drop this link. Let me see something here. How'd y'all take that? So Tisha says she's sleepy, so she can't be in it. You still here, Billie Jean? Is you still here, Billie Jean? Billie Jean's in the house. Billie Jean's in the house. Tracy's in the house. Tracy PC's in the house. Tracy PC's in the house. Yeah, I'm texting because people keep sending me emails and keep texting me. How will we take that? Good morning, so blessed. There will be. What's Billie Jean? Can you hop on here for a minute? Unless you're tired too. I know y'all be up. So you can give me some more intel about that last night. Cause like I said, I was only able to catch a little bit of all of y'all because I was trying to jam it all in. Cause I got in my house last night about 8:30 my time. So, I'm getting in, taking a shower and doing all that and trying to listen to stuff. Then after that, I'm falling asleep. If you still here, if you don't mind, they're gonna link. Cause I kind of want to know some more about this fake show. I really do. So I have to get up here and watch everything in its entirety, even though I really just get the tea from y'all. So if you're here, sure, get busy. Okay, baby girl. So I'm gonna keep on talking. So you mothers in here, what would y'all do? Isn't that a hard one? Now I know. See, I think no, I don't think that was Sammy. Somebody said they had kids of that age, that raised kids. How would anybody handle a situation like that? I don't y'all think that's hard? Then this show going on. So basically, y'all, to me, that's what's going on. That's the only thing I seen because of me being out yesterday. But I did have a good time, and everybody loved my bonnet from Deanna. And hopefully, I got some more people. Saying I got to start getting these products so I can start promoting y'all stuff a little better than what I've been saying instead of just saying, "Oh, go this way," because everybody like my hat because we've been having a hard time finding them out here in California, aka California. And I like the way what's her name? Lovely T said California. She said California. But she don't have a southern accent, but she pronounced it in that kind of way. I like the way she said. Okay. So I'm glad that S. Hutchinson is getting called out like that because I said a couple weeks ago, when she first got mad, when the truth went off on her, and I said, "What's the matter?" She didn't get the memo that lady is nutso, and that's just the way she do. Then I can believe that maybe they are using her. Trout mouth. He don't really like Shawshank. Probably did get her to go in on her again like that. I can believe that because that's what he do. He get them, he use them up, and then he throw them away. But he's not going to say too much to S. Hutchinson because he's afraid of her. S. Hutchinson know too much on Trout Mouth. So I believe that that's the case. He did do that. But I just like to go over there and laugh at the lady sometime when I hear that she said something bad about me. I just like to go over there and laugh because if they wanted to have her in that movie, they should have gave her some speech classes. She don't need to be in no skit or nothing like that. She needs some speech classes. And then I didn't say this, and I told y'all once before when I had got this crazy email, they said that she was related to Chop. But then as I kept reading, I seen they was trying to be funny because she got a big stomach. They said that she had a colostomy bag. And that's why her stomach is protruding like that. That's what they said, y'all. Allegedly. I don't know. I'm just saying what I heard. Because they look to my, but I think, like I said, they just said that because they look alike, a lot alike. She had a colostomy bag. What did you say, Tammy? I'm not a parent, so I don't possess a mother's love. I've only received it, but I'd be pretty they did that. But I don't know. It's even hard for me right now to imagine that, y'all. Your child have a policy on your head as a mother, on your only grandson of on your only child, because you're the only child of your son that died years ago as a teenager, and he's spending all your money, is bankrupting you. And then you find out he's the one, and then they still looking for more and more suspects. So far, the third person got arrested, but there's some more people involved, y'all. So I was just keeping y'all abreast with that, because as that go on, I'm gonna keep on keeping up with it so I can know the outcome of it. And I do want to hear from Miss Robbie, but right now, no, that lady's hurting. The lady is 80 years old. 80 years old. So how could you? I mean, that's a hard pill to swallow. I don't care who it is. That's a very hard pill to swallow. Okay? Very hard pill. And Carlos King, he also interviewed Jennifer. And that's another thing. I'm just saying, is she doing too many interviews considering how the mother is feeling right now? And I understand that's her story. She got a story to tell too. Okay? And welcome back, Duchess Kelly Love. You see this while I'm on it. Yes, they are, Portia. I mean, they are, because something bad always happens. Always happens. And are you a mother? Also, do you understand what I'm saying? How would you feel? She must have to put herself in steady enough to deal with that's, and she, very healthy, getting around good, for her age. But I know this right here has to be age in her, because Miss Robbie, 80 years old, but you couldn't tell. You think maybe she's in her 60s, she still get around, she still was singing. She made another song during those years, Sweetie Pies is on there. She got together with her older friends. They put a song together. She made her own song for the opening of our restaurant. This has to be age in her, you guys. This has to be. Okay? Okay, now I'll just read something again. People keep sending me stuff. Yeah. But it's not nothing I want to talk about. But a lot of people is trying to get my attention with a few people, and I'm paying them dust because they're not worth my time. They're not worth me even speaking on them. Yeah, but see, the thing is, he already had money. Welcome, Billie Jean. So I don't know why he
Hey,
was
Miss Bliss.
baby girl trying to take some of your stuff. What's the thing? Let me say this first. You really didn't know the Bama girl, because I saw that part. You really didn't know that Bama girl was at that group too, because she's right at the table.
No, ma'am. I had no idea. I had
She didn't
no
talk.
clue.
She didn't talk much, but yeah, she was there.
Oh wow. No, I was that part I was lost. Now I wasn't specifically looking for like who all the people were that was there or anything like that. So I was just trying to see the tea, but no, I didn't see her. They did a good job of hiding her from me because I didn't see her at all.
Yeah, she was sitting at the table. And so what I want to ask you is, in the very beginning, I know that they invited you, they wanted you because of your skills. They wanted to use you for your editing skills. I remember that. And you said no. Is that when the breakdown started happening with the relationship between you and Troutmouth? Or had you guys
Oh,
had a
no,
breakdown?
no. Yeah,
Okay.
no. So Shawn has never liked me. Period. I don't know what it is about me, but Shawn has never liked me. I don't know why. I really don't know why. It was before even the GCS days. He would always like just randomly take shots at me and just I don't know, just downplay who I am and just I don't know, just belittle me, just stuff like that. So we've never liked each other. And then once GCS, I think it was literally right after me and Dazzle had fell out with Joyce and we left GCS is when I had started getting like messages and people in other chats telling me that he was looking for my information. And so I had emailed him asking him what did he want with me, and he told me that he wanted me to speak with his producer Ty, and then that's how all of that started.
Okay, now when you said GCS, GPS, are you talking about, because you guys really was the first to come on here with a panel. You and Joyce Barr, I think it was Dazzle Vic, what was the guy name?
Neptarian.
Nectary. And yeah, and I remember the panel because everybody was trying to take bets down at the time. I always thought at that time that you got along with Shawn because at the time some of those people were his people, so to speak, that followed him or whatever. And you would make videos and you would speak along the lines of the same people, talk about the same people that he hated as well. So that's why I always thought for a minute that y'all were cool.
Oh no, no. And even back then, Joyce didn't like him either. Joyce would talk mad trash about Shawn. All of us did. None of us liked him, especially because of how he did us when we were on the panel. So and then it just happened. It was just the fact that we at the time we happened to not like the same people, but he still didn't like me. So it didn't matter for him. I don't know what it is with me. I don't know what the gripe is. He just doesn't like me. He doesn't
Well,
like
now
Joyce either,
but that's messed up for a grown man in his late 30s. Because at this point, just a couple years ago, how old are you? 22, 21? You're very young. How old are you?
I'm 25.
25, and you're 23. How could a grown man just all of a sudden not like a young lady like that? That's me with my old butt saying, I don't like you young ladies. To me, that's not like to me, and you're not a child, so please don't take this wrong. It's
No,
like
no.
me not liking children. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we're in different completely age brackets. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird to me too.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I mean, what could you see? Like, say for example, if there was something I said that you don't like, or vice versa, I'm not going to even come over here and talk about it and use it as commentary, or if it's something to talk about, because I've said so many times on here, 30 and under, I don't go back and forth like that. It makes me feel like I'm going back and forth with children. I keep saying we're children, even though y'all grown, so please, somebody don't get offended. But why would I look like going back and forth with somebody in your age group? If something happened, I just say, okay, it is what it is. I'm going to respect you. You respect me, and then keep you pushing. You get what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
just don't look right. It's not right. I don't do it with my children. I don't do it with my little. So by you saying that, and that was a total grown man, even then, it's just kind of weird. So that right there show you, or maybe he just don't like women in general. Like the way every time he got a foster child, it always had to be a boy, from what he said, and he always wanted the worst ones, and he always wanted them up in their teens. I don't know. I just think it's weird, but I'm not going to take it that way. That's a different talk. I got your pick because I'm talking about the tea last night. So let me put it back in, bless. Put it back in. That's kind of weird. Okay, so I was wrong. So what? So evidently, Ty evidently was watching you, and for her to go through him to get to you, he must have let her know that y'all didn't get along. So now I'm not understanding that part. Now that's kind of weird.
Well, um when I think about that, I because like now, okay, let me explain it like this. Like in the grand scheme of things, now with this, especially last night, right? We got a whole lot of information from View. So like the way that I'm looking at it now is that, especially because she did say that, this was Ty's thing. Like Ty has the budget for all of this. Ty is putting down the payments for everything. Like this is Ty's show. So
Right.
when I think about it, it's like now it makes sense because Ty might have wanted me for her show, but Shawn, I mean, he's just the face of the show. He's not really making decisions like that because he's not putting down the money. The one who's doing that is Ty and her husband. So she might have wanted me for the show. Shawn might have not wanted me for the show, but at the end of the day, it would have been Ty's decision. And Ty wanted me, so she hit me up.
And so the reason why you didn't want to participate, because I'm asking this, because in the beginning, Shawn was putting it like it was really his thing, and it
Yeah.
started a couple years, but at the time we didn't know that started then, because he was just throwing hints about telling Wiley, somebody really looking at you, you can make some money, but you in this group, you need to, But so now that I think about it, it started all back then.
Hmm.
So now, if he hadn't had been involved, do you think you would have went ahead, with Ty?
Um, Well, depending on how like everything was presented, like if he had nothing to do with it, yeah, I probably would have considered it, and I probably would have been more on board with it. But it was him, because I assumed it was his show back then. I assumed this was all Shawn, and because of that, I was skeptical, because I was like, you don't like me, like you don't have any goodwill for me, so why would you want me a part of your show? Like all of it was suspect to me, and I didn't feel comfortable. I felt like, I don't know, it somehow it felt like a setup to me. So I was like, no, I can't involve myself with somebody that A, doesn't like me, and B, I don't like them. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like there's a million ways to get money out here. I don't need him to get money.
And we all assumed that it was his show back then. All the way up until now that we're finding out more and more tea about the situation, we all assumed that. So now to me, I feel like he'd be like, you possibly could have got something going on with Ty. It probably would have been enough money for her, you and her to get together, and you by yourself, really, you really didn't need nobody else the way you be putting stuff together. I mean, you got some, you're very talented young lady. We all always see that you really are. And I enjoy watching when you put those things together, especially when you put that reader one together. Oh my, you really don't even need to come on here and say that to somebody. If somebody do something to you, all you got to do is put something together. You got the skills going. And so that's probably why Ty wanted you. It's evidently she's in the bushes watching you. But I wish some kind of way, looking back on it, Shawn could have kept his butt out of it, and y'all could have got something really good put together, as far as I'm concerned. So now View
Yeah,
was
well,
the
I mean,
one
she
giving.
did say that she had been watching The Sector. Like she said, it was her and like a group of board members that have been watching The Sector for years. And I mean, she said she had been watching The Sector even before me. Like she knew me from my start. She knew me from my VS videos back when I was doing videos on my funeral. When I did the video on,
Yeah.
I think it was No Nonsense or whoever's mother that VS was making fun. All of that stuff. She knew me from back then, and she knew Shelly from back then. She knew Shawn from, like she said she had been watching every single one of us from the gate. So I mean,
Wow.
it was crazy, and then to learn last night that not only was she watching all of us, the people that she wanted to do this show with, now she's getting background checks on us, and none of us knew. That's wild to me. That's really wild to me, and it speaks volumes, because I'm like, okay, if there was a background check on me, done on me before I even got to the show, before I even agreed to the show, what would y'all have done without my consent when I got on the show?
First of all, is that legal? Doing all those background. Now, people usually do background checks at certain jobs, high level federal jobs or whatever, county jobs or whatever, do background checks. So she thought she needed to do a background check before she do this reality show. I'm, now, I don't know.
I guess I don't necessarily know why, but she did. And I don't think many of us consented to it. I know I didn't, and I know View didn't consent to it at all. So
Oh no, well then that's wrong up tight. And then another thing, if she'd been watching everybody and sat there that long, I feel like she should have came straight to you and not to Shawn, because that should have told her that you don't fool around with Shawn, first of all. So I'm thinking this is great friend, his best friend in the world. But now from what I hear, she's tired of them. And they all came back here hurt. Their ankle hurt. They had a
yeah,
headache. One of their baby fingers is throbbing, girl. Let them tell it everything going on. The colostomy bag came loose from the truth. And they just setting that lady up, far as I can see. I don't know her. But however, Shawn don't watch me. I do remember, though, was about a month ago now, he came in my chat just that one time. I never can figure out why. He did that. And I say, well, then the shows start going on. They start picking more and more people. Now, Timothy
plus
Blaine.
he
Now,
does
I
watch it.
heard,
Plus
huh?
he watches all of.
Yeah, you kind of went in and out, Billie Jean. Can you hear me? Let me get my
Yeah, I
gadget so
can
I
hear
can
you.
hear
Can you
you.
hear me? You know I'm driving.
Yeah, I can hear you. You kind of went out a little bit. Um, but now Timothy Blaine said he didn't go because of the corona, because of his health. So in other words, so that basically told me he still is a part of the show. We all thought that he left. Didn't he say he didn't go because he was afraid to travel right now with what's going on in the world, such as COVID-19?
I think he did. Yeah, I didn't watch all his video, but I think he did.
Okay, then. Well, I watched when he went in on Steaky Baby. I talked about that yesterday. So if that's the case, so he's still a part of the show. We thought he left. We thought Nicole left. We thought Juicy Booty had left. So now that's making me side-eye. Maybe all of them still there. But then again, I don't care because I don't think this show is going to go on. I think it's
No.
a flop. If the
I
lady
think
wakes
that
up,
Ty chose the wrong people to start this show with, and because she chose those people, now everything is falling apart. And like, it's supposed to be her show, but now Shawn has taken it and made it his own thing. Now he's got all these people involved with all this mess and all this drama, and these people at that she didn't even want to have on the show to begin with. So now I feel like it's all crumbling apart, and she's
well,
lost
I know
control over her own show because Shawn has gotten this huge ego.
he got the ego, and he started inviting everybody in that show as if it was his. She probably didn't even know that last group there that was dry humping each other and getting in the pool together and doing all the most nasty stuff that I heard in the pool. Lady pass, what you call it, whatever showing. She didn't know all that was going on, and she said she's just tired of them. And now if I was her, I would scrap that whole thing and salvage whatever she has, if she have any money left out that 60,000, because it's not a lot. If she has, and start all over and her pick the people herself and put Shawn out of the whole situation. I really, that's what I would do. So he really messed her up big time. Now I'm glad everybody see that Shawn can't do nothing for y'all. So what y'all gonna do? Sue him? He ain't got no money. But they setting that lady up. Everybody told her, like I said, everybody eye throbbing. My eye hurt, my finger hurt. I sprained my ankle. Oh, my butt itching. They setting her up to sue her. That's my opinion, allegedly. Okay, that's just my opinion. Can you hear me? Billie Jean, can you hear me?
I agree.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
yeah, I hear you now. You kind of went out again. You must be out. But
Yeah, I'm driving to
you're
work right
driving the
now.
car. Well, I appreciate you coming on, telling me some tea. I hope I didn't leave no question. I hope it's something else you can tell me. But I saw a little bit of it, so I'm gonna view head to tea about the girl group, and I'm gonna look into that a little bit more.
Yeah, she says she's supposed to have a lot more tea on this show, that she's saving for her channel, like for her own video.
That's
So she
good.
might be coming out like today, tomorrow, next week, who knows? But she says she's gonna go ahead and spill the rest of the tea. She said it's good too. So
Wow. I don't know the lady type, but I wish it will. And like I said, now I don't fool with the people. Everybody that shot, and most of the people he invited, not most, all the people invited are people that don't like us. It seemed like he would have been okay when you doing the show. You can't go by nothing personal, right? Don't you put your personal stuff aside?
yes, ma'am.
So yeah, so he gonna get people that he got odd with, and instead of getting people that's really good for the show. But now she's starting to see that, and so
Yeah,
Ty,
her whole thing was that she's looking for a show that could be successful, but he's looking for a show that can benefit him and his people. Like, and it's not even his show. So now I think Ty is getting to the point where she's getting frustrated because now when she gets to do the show and she gets to a point where she's settling for whoever she has to settle for, those people are now fighting amongst each other like how they did last time, and she's getting upset, kicking people out the house.
I wish she would have just reached out to the people on her own. I think
Yeah.
she would have had a successful show. I really do wish she had to reach out to you on her own. She would have had a successful show, because everybody he getting is people that hate us, and he want to make the show about hating us and talking about us. That's not a successful show. Don't nobody want to watch that. We can just turn on YouTube. I can go here now and watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was doomed from day one. Then once he started picking the people, he picking everybody that's in a fight with each other is what he's doing. Don't nobody, no producers pick people like that. They like their personality, they like them, they like their skills. And they can see people they can see who have talent and who don't have talent. I'm willing to bet money that in the very beginning, she didn't even want Nicole. She didn't, and what could Tim offer? What could Juicy Booty offer? She didn't want none of them. Instead of him picking people with skills, this is what he did. He go get people that we going against our haters.
Yeah.
That is just crazy.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Let me see. I'm gonna call you back when I get off the show, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye. All right. people like to call me, but I'm not gonna be here long. So, for anything, I didn't ask you because it's something to see. I just really wanted to know.
The only thing that I'm really concerned about, and I think that some of us are actually going to have to look into just to do our due diligence and protect ourselves, is these background checks again. Because with it being said, like, you know, she first of all, Ty started her own company back in like 2016, right? Her entertainment LLC, so that she
Okay.
can do her shows and all of that. So, and under that entertainment LLC is where she's producing this reality show for the sector. Now, with that being said, she's got the $60,000 and all of that. It's not like a major network that's doing this, right? It's not like an MTV, it's not like a Bravo or an OWN network. It's not like those big major networks that have those plugs to call up
Uh-huh.
another company and easily say, hey, I need a background check on this person or that person. So I'm trying to figure out, where did she get these background checks from? Because we know back then that D Ramsey was using her job to pull up background checks on folks. So
Oh, wow.
if that's the case, and she was getting those background checks from D Ramsey's job, then a
Mhm.
lot of us have leeway to be able to call D Ramsey's job and ask them for that information, because that is illegal, especially if we did not consent to that, and Ty is using D, and then D is using her resources from her car dealership job. That's illegal.
Wow.
And not only can we sue Ty and D, we could also sue the company that D worked for because they allowed her to do that.
Well, I tell
So
you what, you keep me up with that because I just in case a background check is down on me, I'm waiting for something like that to happen so I can look into it myself and I will do something about it because that is illegal.
right. And so I think that we actually need to look into that. Those people who were involved in the show, who actually received an NDA, whether you signed it or not, you would probably had a background check done on you illegally. And that's not cool. And that means that they have your info, like they possibly have my personal information right now. They could probably look at my parents' information if they wanted to, because they did that background check. And I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with that at all. So I feel like all of us, whoever were a part of this show, whoever got an NDA, whether you signed it or not, you probably have a background check done on you. We all need to do some research, because if that's how Ty was doing this, that's the problem. And I do not want her having my information. I will do what I need to do to protect myself, because I'm honestly mind blown that she did that, if that's the case.
Well, I am too. And so what you're saying, even the ones that didn't get this NDA possibly can have a background check that has been done on them.
Yeah, because I remember that Ty was speaking to me something about a background check and how she's been watching me and all of this. I never even signed the NDA. We had one phone call. Me and Ty spoke one time on the phone, and she had told me that she wanted me to do the show. Okay, when you sign the NDA, do this, that, and the third, and we got background checks and all of this. So I never even signed the daggone thing. So, but you're doing background checks on us, and View didn't even sign it. All View did was go to dinner with the lady. The lady had the NDA in her purse, a physical copy of View's NDA in the purse. She like showed it to her real quick, but View wasn't even trying to sign it. View was just trying to eat. So then they got into a conversation about Shelly and how Ty didn't want Shelly for the show, and how she did that's another thing, how she did an entire background check on Shelly. And not only did she do an entire background check on Shelly, she did it on Shelly's family as well. And so that's how View found out that the background check was done on her, because she asked Ty, she was like, oh, so you did a background check on Shelly. Did you do one on me? Ty was like, yeah, I already did that on you. And View hadn't even signed the NDA yet.
Well, that's not professional. I can see if you're going out to do some kind of law enforcement work, an attorney, president of the United States, you're going to be vetted for certain jobs. I'm kind of joking with them, but at the same time, I'm saying you're going to be vetted for certain jobs. She don't have no right to background check nobody in their family. Oh, yeah, I got to look into that. I'm going to have to keep my close eye on when one of y'all come on with that juice so I can find out. Because
Yeah,
I
catch
know
that tea,
that.
Miss Bless, because not only was she doing background checks. See, it would be one thing if she did it on Shelly, right? It would be one thing if
Right.
she did it on her. Okay, we get it, because she wanted Shelly on the show or whatever the case was. But then she went as far as to do it on her family. And she's talking about all this criminal history that Shelly's family has, drug addicts, all of this. She knows a lot about Shelly's family because she told it to View.
Oh, wow. Whew. Oh, that's
So
too much.
it's a lot of messing behind the show, and I really think that things were done behind the scenes. Some of it might have been illegal, And some of us might need to do our due diligence to figure out what was done behind the scenes, because we can be I could be retaliated against tonight if she wanted to. She could dox me. She could look up my family's information. She could look up all of that if she wanted to, because she's upset that I'm speaking on this NDA because she did a background check.
Good morning, I said April. Oh, okay, then I'm gonna have to look into it. But now I don't know any of what's her name with the 3 braids up there, Ramsey. I don't know her. I don't know her information. But I mean, if I look back on some back videos that was done about her, I do, because I need to look into that too. Even though I wasn't called for that play and none of that, you just said we all possibly can have a background check on us, because that's how she probably was picking people also. That is so wrong, and I'm hoping you do something about it. You should do something about it. All of y'all should do. You're right. Everybody needs to check into that and see, because that's not professional. And if her husband was this time producer and she just producer, she should know that that's illegal.
Yeah, you have to consent to stuff like that. I mean, when I started my job, they said, "Are you okay with the background check?" I said, "Yes." They said, "Will you sign this?" I said, "Yes." That's how you do a background check. You just don't pull out background checks on people for no reason. That's just out of control, especially for something like this. I mean, it's a reality show, man. Come on now.
Wow. I bet you're telling me this. I knew you had some good tea over there. I had to come on this morning and figure out what was really going on. Oh my God.
Yes, ma'am. So I mean, now if I end up going back and I find out that there wasn't a background check that was done on any of us, then that says a lot about Ty as well, because it sounds like she was hyping stuff up to be more than it was. Now that's if there wasn't a background check done, but if there was, then Ty has a lot of explaining to do, because that is illegal.
Wow. Ooh, that's just too much. That is just so. Then by her doing that, I wanted she share the information. Well, of course she shared the information because they used the lady with the little braids in her hair, and her and Chalk mouth is closed. It's close, so that means they all 3 of them know everybody's business. Okay, but he always did dox people, and I know he doxed a lot of us because Tracy told it. She played everything on everybody.
And that's why I think that Ty used them, because, like I said, Ty barely started her company in 2016. Like, it doesn't seem like she has the connections to be able to just call up a company that does background checks and just say, "Hey, I need a background check done," and just get it done like that. Like, there are avenues that you have to go through. So for her to get it done that easily, in such a in the way that it's done, I mean, all of this is so small. Like, the show is so small, her company is so small, but you're able to get all of these background checks so easily. So I was like, how does that make sense? How does that make sense at all? And we already know that before Fire Baby had even entered any mention of the show, Shawn had doxed Fire Baby and Tracy D. All of that information was sent to Tracy, and we know it had to have come from D. Ramsey's job, because she was fired from that. So it's obvious that Ty, she was involved with this show with Shawn. She needed background checks done, so it was only convenient for her to say, "Hey, D. Ramsey, you have this job. Can we get these background checks done real quick on all these people?"
So
and
did
by
you
the
just
way,
say
you already have Fire Baby's information from when you doxed her last time. Can we keep that information for this next background check? Like, it's ridiculous.
wow? So did you just say that D. Ramsey, did she get fired?
I believe she was fired for it. I can't say definitively. I will say allegedly, but yes, I heard that she was fired for using that resource as far as pulling up people's information.
Well, ready no better. That's different. You do that for your workers. Like I said, a lot of people are vetted for different jobs, but not for nothing like this, and not without their consent. So we understand why you vet. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, but this is illegal. What Billie Jean is talking about, it really is.
Now, but Retta, when you did your background check on your workers, you told them that you were doing a background check, right? And they consented to that, did they not? I mean, yeah, you just don't do background checks on people just to do them and then not tell them. You at least tell them. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, tell us, Retta, did you get permission? See, that's just like even when you're looking for a house. You know, when you're ready to buy a house, even when you get ready to rent, they're gonna do a background check. Only difference because you got to pay for it yourself. But $35 might be more now, and you basically giving them permission to background check before you move in these people resident or before you buy a house. Everybody know you're gonna get a background check thoroughly when you're buying a property. We all know that. But that's for something like that. You know what I'm saying? And you give me your permission because this is something that you want to do, but ain't nobody want to do this like this.
Right.
So, Retta, did you say yes? But it's not illegal to do background checks on anyone. Wait a minute now. Since when? Because I'm in California, and anywhere I ever
Well,
went.
y'all got it going on, and I feel sorry for y'all in Cali, child. I might have to look up Texas because I don't think that's legal, honey. Especially in the capacity that she did it in. If she was using D. Ramsey's job to do background checks on people, I don't think that that's illegal. Now we may have to look it up. It might be some semantics in that in the laws, but honey, that doesn't sound right to me. That doesn't
It
sound
don't
right at
sound
all.
right, and I'm gonna have to look into that because anything I ever did here in California, I gave my permission. So I'm gonna have to look into that.
Right. Me too.
And she said since forever.
Anybody who has ever done a background check on me has always asked for my consent, has always told me that they were at least going to do the daggone background
Right,
check, and has
right,
had me sign a piece of paper for that.
right. Because I've always knew when somebody needed to do a background check on me. So even if I had said no, don't do it, they would have did it in the employ. Well, that's for employers, like I said, Retta.
Right. That's
I
employers.
get that.
Ty is not an employer. Ty is she is a freelancer. If anything, she's a free agent. If anything, she created her own company, as a small company at that, just to do a random show.
See, if Fayette is agreeing with me, Retta, he's in California too. He said in California, and you are X. I've been X. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know about that one.
We'll have to
You are
look
X.
it up,
Yeah.
but
So
it don't sound right. And if that's the case, then it also sounds like that's giving leeway for lawsuits to happen. Whether it's because it could be legal, but that doesn't mean that it's still right. You can still take it to the court, and the judge might say, that's not right.
because even when you do back when you pay money to background check somebody, they even asked you, tell you not to use this for things that, in other words, for ill things that's ill towards you. You know what I'm saying? Malice towards you or whatever. They ask you that question. If what purposes is this background check is used for? In other words, it's not to hurt or harm nobody. They ask you that question. Why are you needing this background check? Okay. So you can't just do it for any reason. And I looked up somebody a few years back, and the question was asked, MIU is not to be used to publicly humiliate somebody. So that's not true here in California, but I'll look into it some more. Can you hear me, Billie Jean? I think she's on outside. Hey, good morning, Max. Can you hear me? Yeah, I was just telling them, just in case you didn't hear me, a couple of years ago when I was looking something up, they do ask you why you that tell you that the background check is not to be used to publicly humiliate, hurt, or harm somebody. They might not put it in the words that I'm saying, but that's not what it's for. And they let you know it's not for that. You know, it's for job purposes. Or if you got somebody on Megan Law, which Megan Law is a pervert, it's a molester, child molester, whatever you want to say. Now you can anybody they free. You know, you can just look at them free all day. That's for the public to know where they live at, and how close they live to you, and so forth and so forth. But anything else, no, you got to pay for it, and it's not to be used in a manner to hurt, harm, humiliate, or do anything that's going to be detrimental to somebody. Okay, I see you in the back. You had dropped off again. So I got to look into that a little bit more, Rana.
Yeah, I actually just
I
went.
really do.
I actually just went and did a simple Google search. I have to like literally go in and read everything, but I just did like a basic Google search, and I looked at a couple of things where it says that in most cases it is okay for you to do a background check, but in certain legal, it can be in certain cases it can be illegal for the person to do a background check without consent. And then I read another one where it said in most cases, or in most states, excuse me, an employer does have a right to do an employer has a right to do a background check. However, they must have consent from the applicant, and without that consent, they are banned from running that process. I know. I'm just saying, because I hire people all the time at my job. We have to get consent from those people to do that background check. They have to click a link. They have to sign that documentation. Without that, we cannot do a background check, or we can get sued.
Exactly. And that's what I said. People are vetted for jobs and certain kind of jobs. And if you're buying a house, some people, when they rent their property to you, they're going to do a background. They're going to ask you, you're going to sign for it. In some cases that you're going to have to pay the 35, 45, whatever dollars yourself, but not for her to go do a background check before anybody even get hired, before this even skit, whatever this is they doing. None of that. It wasn't for her to take it on her own beforehand, before she even invited or Shawn invited somebody to do whatever it is that they so-called doing. To me, that's illegal.
Me
That's
too.
not a job.
Me too. And even then, if you can, we can argue semantics. The laws even probably laws argue semantics about it. In the law books, there's semantics, I'm sure, about whether you could do this, that, and the third. But that's why you take it to a judge sometimes. Let the judge
Now,
decide.
painted lips, you must just be getting here. She already explained. They are doing the background check. They are doing the background. She just explained because somebody had one done on them.
Yes,
That
a
gave.
view is a view. Did go to dinner or something with Ty in Vegas. It was just her and Ty, and Ty had her NDA with her. View did not sign it, but View looked at it for like 2 seconds and then kept eating her food. They talked about Shelly, and how Ty didn't like Shelly and all of this about her family and how they're crackheads and they're drug addicts and they're criminals, this, that, and the third, and that's why she doesn't want Shelly a part of the show. And she knows all of this information because she did a background check on Shelly. And View says, well, did you do a background check on me? And Ty said, yes, I did.
Wow, but now, look at that. What's her name? The Truth Enterprise got a record. I thought she was still in some kind of institution. Stanky Baby said she was over there in a rehab center, and she said herself she had just got through doing some time. So why was she there if that's the case?
Well, but now you see, though, Les, even then, because this conversation with Ty and View about Shelly happened back in Vegas. That
Oh,
happened back when, and I think it was back in Vegas when Shawn had sponsored, I guess, View for that trip or whatever, and they were all in that hotel. And so that's when
wow.
they had talked about it. That was a long time ago. So you notice after she had told View that she didn't want Shelly part of the show, Shelly ended up being a
Mhm.
part of the show. Ty is losing control of her show because of Shawn.
Oh, wow. Y'all, everybody that be on here, even you, Miss Pizarro, and you like conspiracies too, you better find out if you've been background checked because everybody's been watched over here, and I got to
And
find
that's
out
what
too.
Ty said, honey. Ty said we are all being watched, honey. That's what she said to me on the phone specifically. Now I know that for a fact.
Yeah, y'all better, because that is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly everybody that went to this so-called skit did time because we all know Tim put it out there in the book that how he did his time. I'm quite sure Stank Nation and did some kind of time and been in some kind of trouble before. A lot of them. So you're right. Trot Mouth just took over and just started bringing anybody, and then she didn't find nobody clean, but she wanted you because you got a clean background and you got skill. So I get it now. I get it 100%. So anyway, that is so wrong. That is so wrong. We got to see.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
can't get
So
my
we're gonna have to look into it. They probably didn't do anything wrong, but I mean, it's I still think it's in my best interest and everybody who was involved. I think it's in their best interest to figure out what's going on, especially when you see that Shawn was so willing to send Tracy Five's information. He could do that with any one of us by taking that background check information and doxing all of us if he wanted to.
And I guess that's what they email meant that I got the other day. But I showed it to y'all yesterday, the email. Somebody doxing me. Somebody going to mess me up. Somebody, as far as I'm concerned, I'll never be messed up because I'm going to always have my same family and friends that love me. I'm going to always have my phone, and I'm not going to stop coming on there. I'm not afraid of nobody. Ain't nothing going to humiliate me how, especially at this age that I'm now. Humiliate me how. You can't get me fired from nowhere. I done did all my work. I done had my own business. I done did everything. So I don't go ahead by any means. But if you're doing it illegally, believe me, I'm going to take some action on it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then another thing, somebody keep talking about I don't use my age over here above anything. I'm on YouTube. I expect for people to come at me like they do and like they're gonna do. So that's not true either to the person that said that. I never came on here acting like I'm holding it down or I'm this frail little woman. That's not true. So y'all know who I'm talking about because I'm quite sure you're in the bushes now and stop sending me those emails. Simple as that, okay? Now, but Billie Jean, girl, So I'm gonna reiterate what I was talking about. I was asking uh, how when these if it's some mothers in here, do you just stop loving your child when they do the most, like
Oh,
what Tim did?
yes, Miss Bliss. I did want to say something about the sweetie pies thing,
Okay,
because I know you were talking about Jennifer, right?
right.
And how she's doing all of these interviews and stuff. And I did have an opinion on that, because so I know that Jennifer, she's having an issue with it. And I feel like for Jennifer, the reason why she's doing these interviews, because you have to understand, Jennifer comes from reality TV. She comes from Basketball Wives. So like
Right.
now her life is centered around the media. So like she's doing these interviews, and I feel like for her, the reason why she's going out there is more so of a like a "I told you so" to all of the people who doubted her. She was
Uh-huh.
she was trying to tell everybody from the beginning that something was wrong with him, and that he was crazy, and that he was trying to do something to her. And so now that it's come out that, yeah, he actually is crazy and he's trying to do something to folks, she's basically like on an "I told you so" campaign. Like, I tried to tell you guys a long time ago, Tim is crazy. Like, and now y'all were looking at me like I'm crazy. But at the same time, I think that she's being insensitive, because by her going out and doing all of that, I don't think she's considering how Miss Robbie may feel about that, because at the end of the day, that is her child.
Exactly. And
So
that's
I
what I
think
was saying.
that,
Yeah. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
No, you can finish. Go ahead.
I was just saying that I think she's being insensitive. I think that for her, she feels vindicated, and she kind of feels like she has to go out there and just, oh my God, thank God, like, you guys are wrong, I was right, I told you. And she can have all of that, but at the same time, I think that she needs to think a little bit more about Miss Robbie, because the situation is not about Jennifer. It's about Miss Robbie, Tim, and that baby that passed away. Like, it's not about Jennifer at all. And I think she's being completely selfish and insensitive and thinking about herself and how she felt in this situation. She's not really understanding that this is an entire family that has been destroyed. Like, this is not about Jennifer Williams and how she felt and how she feels like she told you so about something. This is about how a family has literally just been destroyed. Like, I don't think that it's right for her to go up there and do all those interviews like that.
Yeah, and at the same time, we understand you too. So listen to you talk both sides of it. I was one of the ones among thousands that thought Jennifer was being doing the most being drama, because we know how she is. But at this point, since this happened, I understand too that she wanted to vindicate herself. But Miss Robbie is saying she's not ready to talk about it. She's tired. She's weak. She's not ready to give a statement. And it's okay if Jennifer gave that one interview that everybody saw. I don't feel like she should constantly give them, because in a way, some of us are taking it as her being insensitive, because the way Miss Robbie is feeling. Miss Robbie is 80 years old. We thinking she's 55 or 60. Now I'm assuming it just broke this lady down. So I agree with you 100%. It is insensitive. I rather keep going. But at the same time, we understand that he was crazy. We didn't believe him, but I wouldn't keep getting interviews right now at this point. Jennifer, and I like Jennifer too. I used to love her on Love and Hip Hop. Yeah, I watch all that stuff. Okay, yes, thank you, baby. I
Yeah.
watch it all. And yeah, it is being a little, not little, it is being insensitive. We believe you now, so you don't have to keep doing I told y'all, I told y'all, I told y'all. No, you don't have to keep doing that, Jennifer. You don't.
Right. I mean, if she would have waited until after Miss Robbie said her piece first, then I think it would have been better. But, it is what it is.
Yeah, well said. Okay, y'all. I've been here 1 hour, 18 minutes. Might as well wait to the half hour just in case somebody else want to speak on this. I'm going to drop my link. Billie
Okay,
Jean,
Miss
you're a
Bliss,
sweetheart.
I'm
You're
gonna
a
jump off here.
sweetheart,
I
and,
gotta
and
get
I
on to
and I
work.
appreciate you coming on here. I always appreciate when a young lady stop by. I have the utmost respect for y'all, like I keep saying, and I keep saying this because of crazy emails I be getting. I have no problem with none of these young ladies on here. I stop and all y'all chat and speak. And once I speak, I might say something, and I might not. I give y'all space like y'all young folks supposed to have. But I enjoy watching y'all. I get my kikis, and then you be having so much information, as you can see. I love my Mazzara. I love Mimi. Who's that? Hobby Q. Just all of y'all. So I'm gonna keep doing that, Stanky Nation. No, I'm not trying to be young with the ladies. They get that I just respect them, and they respect me too, and I enjoy watching them. With
Yes,
that said,
ma'am.
thank you for coming on, Billie Jean. I'm gonna drop the link one more time.
All
Thank you
right.
for
Thank
the
you for
tea.
having me, Miss Bliss.
Okay. I got about 3 more minutes. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and get off, y'all. I'm gonna drop that link one more time. And welcome everybody that just came in while we was talking. I didn't get a chance to speak to everybody who's coming in. I hope y'all hit that like button as y'all came in. If y'all want to drop some kind of blessing to me, you can do that too if you want to. It's not required, but truly accepted. And how many likes I got now? Somebody tell me. Because my gadget don't work like this in the house. Y'all, I had some of the best food yesterday. It's this Chinese place I go to inside the casino because that's the only place you can go in and sit down. Everything else is closed. You got to order to go pick it up. And I had to order to pick mine up because I don't want nobody bringing me my stuff. I'm funny like that. Even before the corona, I'm very picky like that. And that's just the way it is. So I don't care about that Uber Eats. So butterflies. Now I got my things. I never heard that butterfly. Let me see. Oh, I still got to fix this too, guys. I am going to come back and fix this. I am going to come back because I don't know who butterfly is. So let me take this down. Hey.
How are you?
All right. How you doing, butterfly? I got to fix my thing. Yeah. Huh?
Yes, I am new to dropping down in your chat. I catch you every now and then. I've been watching you like here and there, off and on. I'm a pretty new vlogger. So there are some subscribers that are familiar with me, but I do have a channel. It's called Butterfly Pretty Stay Fly. But I've been, following the story from last night from Billie Jean's chat as far as the NDA and the background check situation. I just had an opinion about the background situation. It is okay to run background situations, but I just, just piggybacking off of Billie Jean. In most situations, you do have to sign a consent. Even when you want your own medical record, you have to sign consent for them to even release your own information to you. So for the most part, you do have to have consent to run people's background.
Yeah, and yes, you do.
Yeah.
And so when somebody said, and kind of what state are you in?
I'm in Massachusetts.
So in Massachusetts, they also need consent there too as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Even if it's like I said, it's okay to run background checks, but you do have to give your consent. Like if you got to give your consent to get your own medical records, then you for sure have to give consent for anybody to run a background check on you. Whether, like you said, Bless, for an apartments do it, jobs do it, depending on, especially if you're gonna work for the state or the government or in the healthcare field. There's you do have to give consent for people to run background checks on you. I don't think I know any state that allows that without consent.
Yeah, I know, because it is illegal, and I am going to be checking and watching, paying close attention. And if Billie Jean finds some more stuff, I am going to catch that. I'm quite sure she'll let me know if I'm on it too, because that's just not right. It's just not fair. It's not like nobody got vetted for a job.
Yeah, technically, I guess it would be a job because she would be hiring them to do the show.
No, not really, Butterfly. Didn't nobody even apply for a job, and she doing background checks on them?
Yeah, I see your point.
No, you don't do that. So Butterfly, you say you got a channel. I'm going to have to go check you out over there. You say you're fairly new.
Yes,
yeah. Okay, I don't mind people, promoting at the end when I start telling people promote.
I just wanted to
No, you need to let me finish. I want people usually at the end that everybody can promote themselves, and I'm saying this to say, you said it now. If you can put it in my chat. See, let me finish. So that's what I'm trying to get to, because I usually do this at the end. I want, because I'm for everybody. It's enough room for everybody to eat. So if you want to right now, I'm giving you permission to, you can also drop it in my chat.
Okay, thank you so much.
So they can know where to go to. But I'm going to write this down, Butterfly. I'm going to look for you too.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you for allowing me to come on. I just, want to chime in on that little background check part.
Okay, and thank you for coming on, baby girl. Okay, so drop your link in my chat so they can know where to go, okay?
All right, have a blessed day.
You too. Everybody have a blessed day. I'm getting ready to dance and boogie woogie on out of here. Y'all been on here almost, not quite an hour and a half. I got 7 more minutes. Did anybody else want to say anything before I go? Because that about covers it all. We talked about the Truth Enterprise, but Bless Walkins here, y'all. Bless Walkins in the house. Black Walkins right here is getting ready to go. Okay, but I will be bike, y'all. I'll be bike, y'all. Let me stop. Oh, no. I killed myself. I'll be back, y'all. Let me get this music going, okay? Let me stop acting crazy. No, I just like to come on here and have fun with y'all for real. I got my coffee, but I will be bike. I'll be bike. Hey, boss stick, I get ready to leave. You gonna catch the ride? Well, actually, I got 6 minutes. Oh, you don't jump on. You don't really come on panels. I was gonna say if you have something to say also about this mess, about we getting vetted, background check without consent. And I was also speaking on Jennifer Williams giving an interview. She gave one fine. Let Miss Robbie grieve now until she get ready to speak. So I'm just reiterating everything that I said. So I'm getting ready to go. Why is she probably got mad that last event when she said, wait a minute. That's when she said she was sick of this. Oh yeah, she's tired of it. She's tired of it, Nikki. I don't know how much longer that's gonna last. Cause as you heard, Billie Jean gave the tea. That was Trout Mouth picking everybody to bring people there. Okay? And that's what that was. That was Trout Mouth. And so I'm gonna drop my link for the last 6 minutes. I'm looking for my music so I can juke my way up out of here. So while I'm juking, the link will be there if somebody want to say something for the last couple of minutes. I gotta dance my way up on out chair, y'all. Gotta dance my way up on out of here. Okay, I'm gonna drop this now. Let me find my music. I'm gonna play our song. Okay, this is our song. I'm so shy, Miss Blessed, but I will build my courage. Oh, really? Well, come on. Let me put this down. Mostek, you're shy. This is going to get you out of your shyness. I'll come on for 2 minutes and say hi because I'm ready to get off here. But you ain't shy when you be showing that beautiful garden. Everybody go over there and subscribe to Mostek, baby. He do roses every year. He do some beautiful gardens every year, y'all. For y'all that don't know who Mostek Baby is, grab it, Mostek, on my way out. Let's talk about the garden. Has the roses bloom? What's blooming right now? But if you can't build it right now, I understand. You will one day. But he be building playing. Yeah, let's get ready to boogie woogie. Hey, Spilly boy. I got it. I think I got it. Now you let me know when I'm boogieing if I got it right in the chat because I'm going to do it right now. Okay. Now I got my bag clothes. My gown and stuff still on, but I'm in the boogie woogie on out of here. Let me get this going. Hey, y'all, can y'all see me good? Drop them diamonds, y'all. Drop them. To love. To love. I'll see y'all later. I'll be bike.